Hello and welcome to this episode of Smells Bitchin with me. Oh, sorry, fuck this. Do it again. Oh, hello. Welcome to this episode of Smells Bitchin with me, Kieran Bartlett. These two fuckers from Heat. It's a good time. Today we're going to do a Gordon Ramsay recipe that never lets me down. I've slightly pimped this for my own needs and for the tastes of my own family, aka Chloe. So we're going to do a spicy sausage rice. Great times. So you start off, now Gordon would do it with Italian spicy sausages or with merguez or chorizo, but we're doing it with fucking Mulholland's beef. So whoop whoop. We've got red onions, we've got garlic, chili, we're going to make some chicken stock, we've got smoked paprika, we've got a red pepper, we've got washed brown rice, we've got Chardonnay, I'll shite. We've got you make a wee gremolata for the end of this, so you make one with scallions, flat parsley and vine tomatoes. This is going to be fucking sensational. Stick around and you might learn something. Sliced red onion, done. Sliced red pepper, done. Diced chili, done. Paulie had this system for doing the garlic where he would cut it with a razor blade. It would basically liquidate in the pan with just a little oil. It was a good system. Sliced garlic, done. So we're testing the heat of the oil there. Just start off with a couple of tablespoons of olive oil here. So we tested it by putting in one wee bit of onion. Now we're going to put the rest in. Now the big difference between my recipe and Gordon's here is Gordon would put all the onions in here in probably a wee bit less oil than that, because he's going to use the fat of the sausages as the cooking oil after he has the onions cooked. But this is a big difference because in our house, this is how we've pimped this for our house, because Chloe doesn't like sausages done in the pan. She's fearful of a sausage. You could say she has sausage paranoia, right? Now, she doesn't mind a wee tiny chipolata from time to time, but she does fear a pan-fried sausage. So I think it all comes back to, isn't it like a food poisoning thing? Like those adverts for
old barbecue adverts.
Old barbecue adverts
where it was
the guy
like dark on the outside and raw in the middle.
Yeah, raw in the middle, burnt on the outside, and they treat the guy who did it like he was a fucking abuser or something, where it's like, oh, give my mate food poisoning, not blank his face out, no. Hilarious adverts, but
food poisoning
basically,
is very serious.
Food poisoning is serious, but it's not as serious as abuse. Now,
I would say that was abuse.
You get all the answers to life's problems here.
Somebody lands you in hospital because they've got a raw sausage.
Well, a lot of abuse does involve a raw sausage. Now, I would say, what you want to do with these onions, because these are red, they're a wee bit sweeter than white onions. I like to start them on a medium high and then drop them a wee bit. Now, I'm not really used to cooking with gas, but I'm getting there. So we'll drop those down a wee bit, let them do their thing. In the meantime, I've done these peppers sort of relative. They're smallish, but like relatively, like they still have texture after the cook and the stock and all. We've got red chili there, sliced garlic. I've made some chicken stock here, so we're putting in roughly 1 mug of rice into this soon. So you want to have 2 mugs of stock. Now what I'm going to do is That's one mug, throw that in, that has the stock cube in it, you only need one. And then add another mug of water in on it. But we get there, we've got smoked paprika, this is crucial for this dish. Also what we're doing is we've got our sausages on the oven. So instead of, like, Gordon breaks them out of the skin and puts them in there early, what we do is cook them and then chop them up when they're cooked. Again, this is mainly to allay Chloe's deep fears that I'm going to poison her. But
I think it's nicer though when the texture of the sausage is like crispy on the outside.
that is nice.
And not
but,
slimy.
But yeah, you don't want slimy sausage, but I do like, how many times we're going to make this sausage joke? Also, I do like though cooking things in the dirt of the sausage because it gives it all that flavour.
Yeah.
But we don't do that in our house. We sacrifice flavour for safety. So Gordon will be, that's the thing, when I was doing this garlic, when I was doing the chilli, you saw me chopping the chilli, didn't you? When I was doing the chilli, I'd left about half an inch off it, because that's the other thing, Gordon uses spicy sausage, we're not doing that. I find this is a nicer way to do it, so you don't get repeaty burps. I think if you, when herbs and things like that are in sausages, they get very repeaty on me. I'm choking on just even thinking about it, so this is a good way of doing it so you don't get repeaty burps now. But we're substituting in some red chilli that he doesn't use. But so I was doing the chilli pepper and I left about a 1/4 inch and Chloe goes, use that after we filmed that wee bit. She goes, use that, and I went, but then it'll be too hot. She goes, use that. Gordon will be disgusted. I'm like, Gordon will be disgusted that I'm not busting these sausages out of the skin early and putting them in there. It's all good. All
Waste
good.
not, want not.
Waste not, want not. Absolutely.
And if we're not using spicy sausage, we might as well use a whole chili.
Well, now it's gonna burn the fucking. This is, mate. I know you so well. You're gonna eat this and go, oh, it was a wee bit spicy now, and I'm gonna go.
No.
I know you will, because it'll just be slightly too much now.
I like spice.
I know you do, but you won't like this.
Fuck up.
Full red shot. Showing off.
Yeah.
She's showing off. That's for using this on Patreon. So you can see the onions now here. They're starting to get translucent, like tell the truth. See when you cook them at this speed, see when you don't rush a fried onion, what about that smell?
I know. And then the smell of the sausages in the oven.
I know. Mate, do you know what this smells like in here? Barry's. Except without all the wee fucking annoying kids running around going, hey, I want fucking ice cream. All it is just me. The only roller coaster you're getting on here is a flavour one. It's great times. So we've been doing loads of mad shit over the last few weeks here at No Blasters HQ. We did our Edinburgh Festival. We've got our SSE shows coming up. Fucking buy tickets, please buy tickets. This is actually the last meet we're able to afford until after those shows are over. So please do that. Now also Chloe doesn't love, you wouldn't be a great fan of a salty dish. Sure you wouldn't. I would normally season these onions.
Oh Jesus,
right
no,
now.
no.
You're supposed to. You're meant to season in layers.
Salt, no.
No, not just like salt every time. A wee bit of pepper, a wee bit of salt. I'm telling you,
Well,
I would normally
loads.
I would normally do it. I don't mean you don't salt for everything. Do a wee bit of salt now to get them going. It actually brings the sweetness out. You want to see the bake she's doing. Here she is behind the camera. I'm telling. This is the truth.
Is there not salt in the stock cube?
Yes, but that isn't enough to season the whole dish. Do you remember
but you're going to season your bowl anyway.
But you wouldn't need to. You wouldn't need to touch it. If I was allowed to do, well, this is I'm not allowed.
Allowed.
I'm not allowed. I'm not
Allowed.
Does it sound like I'm allowed?
I just don't want it fucking piped with like. Well, I can't even think of the word. Stuffed with salt, like.
It won't be stuffed with salt. I'm talking about crack, and crack with a pepper. 4 peppers, 2 salt. That's what I would do here.
After every ingredient?
No, after the onions, and then after all that goes in. I wouldn't even do salt again. I would just do crack now.
Gordon says.
Gordon says season in layers.
Does he?
Yes.
Because I heard him saying if you're doing scramby, you do it at the end.
Why is that?
While it's warm.
So if you're doing scrambled eggs, why is that though?
Doesn't turn them grey.
Because of that specific dish. For things like this, season when it's starting.
I don't know.
I know.
To each their own. I think it's gonna be full of flavour without salt.
It will be full of flavour, but I've had to hack my way into the flavour of this with that, with the chili, with a wee extra bit of garlic. We'll have wine. I'm so right about this. Do you know what? Talk this in the comments. Who's right? And don't go, Kieran, if you have loads of salt, it's bad for you. I know. Doesn't it taste nice? I look like a car, what's bad for me? No. Now these are at a point now. Have a wee look. What's it like listening to us have a row while the onions are sweating? The onions are sweating and so are the viewers. Is she gonna hit him? Is he gonna kick her? Anyway, see that there? See, oh mate, look at that wee bit. See in here where they start getting that wee dirty, that wee caramel dirt. Oh shit. This is nice. So now what you want to do, temperature back up, because we're gonna add this stuff in and it's gonna take the temperature of the pan down. So we want to counteract that by bringing it up extra heat, and it'll take those onions into a nice sweet place. So the reason why we do it like this is you want to saute all this. You don't want to be, do you know there's nothing worse than fucking, I'm actually saving the garlic for a second. This is just the pepper and the chili going in here. Oh shit. There we go. Bomb, bomb. There we go. That wasn't cool. Fucked it, dropped a wee bit of chili. Now see when you're cutting these chilies, and then when you see if you do that, you drop a tiny wee bit. Make sure you wash your hands, especially if you're going to touch your jabber or your lute, because it'll absolutely fuck you up. Sometimes I cut peppers too sloppy when I cut them. Sometimes I leave them sort of half stuck together a wee bit. This is a good time to go through. Make sure you're getting individual pieces broken up. Here, how good's M&M? I realise I'm late to this party, but I mean, I'm not late. I was there when, I say I was there. I was live when Some Shady LP came out, but when I had that album, I had his first few albums to be fair, but I'm sort of rediscovering the love of him in the last week. Corey was watching 8 Mile the other night. I came in from a gig, and we watched the end of 8 Mile, and I just remembered what a fucking hero he was, and is in many ways. But like, do you know what I ended up doing? I ended up watching him live at his what do we call it, his Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction or whatever. What do they call it? Mm-hmm. Induction.
Yeah.
Do you know, the only induction I've ever had was the gym, if you can believe it. Do you know what was grim? There was a bit when he was reading out all the people who have influenced him, and I was a wee bit annoyed because he slags Will Smith off in his songs, but he did say Jazzy Jeff, the Fresh Prince, influenced him, and I was annoyed that me and Shane Paul weren't on there. It was a long list. He read it in alphabetical order. I was like, well, he's going to get to the B's here. He's bound to mention Kieran Bartlett. And then I went, oh, he must have put me in with the C's. And he didn't. And then I even went, maybe he's put me in his twink. I'll wait for the T. And he didn't. There wasn't in it. Never mentioned me. Tweeted him about it.
Without me.
It's always good to cough straight into the wok. If you can, just gets that extra flavour. Especially if you're trying to hold back on the salt. So here we're getting ready now. You can see the peppers are starting to soften, and the chili's cooked out nice. And then we're gonna make a wee well here, a wee cave of wonders. And then once we put the garlic on, we'll drop the temperature again, just let it sweat real good. Sweat, garlic sweat. So here we go. That's a lot of garlic going in there. So trust me, It cooks down. It gets like sweet. Like it's not as like it's not crazy to be fair once it cooks out in the sauce. So we'll get this in, and I want to leave the garlic in the middle a wee bit and let it cook out, and then you'll start to smell it mellow a wee bit in about a minute, and then we'll move it around. But I'm gonna drop the heat here, so we'll drop it down sort of like low to medium, right in the middle there between low and medium. Still getting used to this cooker, so this will take a wee second now. This is a good time to get prepping with the stock. So we'll bring the stock over We're going to bring our rice over as well. So you do something a wee bit different here with this rice. You would normally cook rice separate and then add it in or whatever. This is like, we're going to sort of do this like a walking risotto. And what you want to do, we need this as well. We need to get a wee teaspoon. So, what we're going to do is, when this gets all cooked down, oh mate, look at this. The magic's happening. Look at that garlic now. See, so by cooking this a wee bit lower, it takes a wee bit longer, but you keep those nice colours, nothing burns, you know, like there's nothing worse. See when you have a high pan, you put sliced garlic in, and it immediately goes caramelised and you've ruined it and then it goes bitter and all. It's a shite, like you want this to be nice and like, there's going to be layers of that aromat in there and then it's going to be all like sweet and all. I talk good about this, don't I? It's going to be all like sweet and all, it's like fucking... Do you remember when Scooter was good, right? It's going to be like that, it's going to be sweet, it's going to be like fucking Terence Regal, right? So, it's going well, it smells nice, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. So, the order of things here, we're going to go smoked paprika in. I'm going to check on the sausage here.
Whoa.
Sausages are done. So I'm going to turn them off and we'll lift them out in a wee second. And then we'll slice them up. So what I'm going to do here for a minute, we're going to leave these for a wee second. I'm going to continue letting this cook. We've got everything prepped here, so we're going to go paprika in, sausage in, rice in, not rice in, rice in, and then you blast the rice in the pan. Sorry, that's a lie. Before we put the rice in, we'll deglaze with the wine. Then the rice goes in, and then we deglaze a tiny wee bit again, and then the stock, and then you cover it. This is a sensational thing to make, by the way. It does take a wee bit of time. It's like low maintenance cookery. You don't have to really worry that much about it once you get the stock in. So we'll leave you for 2 seconds while I chop the sausage. So you want to use smoked paprika here for this. Now, these wankers have never made it so that you can put your fucking teaspoon straight in. Look at that. Oh, I just got stroked there.
Oh, we've got new spoons, that's why.
Alright, okay. Well, you want, I'm putting in a wee bit extra, but like, probably like 1.5 is more than enough for this. I like it to be a wee bit stronger. So, we'll turn that heat back up again. Get this stirred around. Get this going on, mate. Now, when that's going, you can see that starts to dry the pan out a wee bit. Because you're just putting in powder.
Smells good.
It does smell good. So then, when that's happening, we'll let that start to heat up. And then we've got our Play-Doh sausage here. So we've got just plain beef ones going in, straight out of the butchers. Like I say, I went to Mulholland's in Lisburn for these, good wee butchers. Don't really go there often enough, it's great wee butchers to be fair. Nice people. So, fire this all around and get the paprika over the sausage, as it were. And then you start getting that smoky meat flavour on the go. Now, obviously, if you're making this yourself off the back of watching this, you don't have, this is one of those recipes where these are the basic ingredients. See if you want to slice up a few mushrooms, throw them in there, but like do it after you've done the onions and before you put the peppers in, so that you're really frying them, because you don't want that not watery mushroom, or else do them in another wee pan with a tiny wee bit of oil, and then throw them in when they're cooked. That's what I do when I'm making a pasta sauce, because onions are or mushrooms have a tendency to just be like insipid and really watery. So also you can do whatever you want. See if you want to fucking add something in, add it in. See if you want to not have those chilies in there, or you want to fucking add in a spicy sausage. You can make this with any type of sausage, it's great. We've made this before with pork and leek sausage too, and it was fucking banging, so nothing to stop you. Be creative, guys. Show me the results. Don't, because I'll never look at them. But let me know how you get on if you are making it right enough. So this is good. We're in a good place here. This is when I'm gonna deglaze a wee bit, right? I like to deglaze this kind of in two goes, really. Tiny wee bit of Chardonnay here. Because we'll have this sitting in the house because no matter how many times we tell our loved ones we don't drink, they just keep buying us bollocks. Now, that's more than enough to get this going. Give that a wee stir around, let that pick up. The wine will take off all that flavour off the side of the pan on it. And then you let it cook off and that gives it like a fruity kind of vibe in there. Now, once this is gone, once that's gone away, that wine, that's when we're going to blast the rice in here. And then we'll sort of deglaze slightly again once that has been in for about a minute, sort of in a dryish pan. So yeah, this is going pretty well. Like I say, one of the good things about this is once you get to this part of the rice being in with the stock, you can kind of just turn it on low and fucking dander away from it for a while. Because it's just about the rice cooking then. There's also enough here. Because of the gremolata that we make, we'll make that by the way once we have the rice on. Because of that, it really, like this might look like fuck all in this wok. See when you add the tomatoes and all at the end, it just brings the whole volume of it right up. And adds like a real fresh, this is like a real deep smoky flavour. And like sweet and like dirty. And then you add this like fucking, ooh, like tomato, scallion, fucking parsley thing at the end. Banging.
What is a gremolata?
It's just like a wee, like a herby, like something fresh to throw on at the end. So like a good one, a basic one to throw on like maybe like a pasta or something would be like parsley, garlic and lemon zest. And it's literally just like fucking, just gives you like a real fresh burst. So listen, cooking isn't just about smelling and seeing, guys. It's also about listening to the ingredients. What are they saying? These are saying we're ready for the rice, mate. That's what that's saying. So in with our rice, which we washed in the sieve. Brown rice is very good for your fibre. So it is, you know, it keeps you regular. So it does, that's what I find. So give that a good old stir. Now some of you are maybe going, what the fuck? You're putting dry rice in this? Yes, I'm well aware. We want the rice, the first thing that it does is absorb the dirty flavours that are in this pan. So this is blasting it. We'll do this for 30 seconds to a minute. And the heat is right up. So you're blasting it and getting like imparting all the flavour of the pan into it. Then I'm going to do a tiny wee quick deglaze again with the wine, just one more wee bit. And then you can just do it in one, by the way, if you don't have time. Just put more wine in earlier, get the same flavour. I like the rice to get a wee bit of the wine going on it.
What if
So now,
people don't even like have alcohol in their food?
well, yeah, if you don't like wine, the great thing about deglazing is you don't have to do it. The stock will also deglaze the pan partially, so you don't have to use it. Or you can use other alcohol if you want, like you could probably throw a bit of vodka into it, like what I mean. Because the alcohol burns off, but some people just don't like the taste of it. Or they don't want to go buy wine or something. Just make it without it, it'll be fine. It's just an added layer if you don't mind having it. So we're going to do another tiny wee bit of this. So all together, what's that? Maybe like a glass, all in, between, you know, you get about 4 portions out of this probably.
Like 35 mil.
Yeah, you'll get about 4 portions out of this, or 2 portions for really hungry bastards like. So once this cooks out, and it's already, look how much it's already reduced. Like there's only a tiny wee bit left, because the rice will absorb that flavour. So once that's done, I'm gonna reboil the kettle there quick for our second mug, but our first mug is here. Stir our rotten stock humour in there a wee bit.
With that garlic, it smells unreal.
So dirty, isn't it? So then you go straight in with that. You want to go double the amount of stock to rice. So once that, once that comes up to the boil, we're going to get the rest of it in. Still got this up on a high. What I'm going to do is bring this up to a boil, and then once it's boiling, we'll turn it right down for a simmer. Simmer, 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 simmer down. Don't know if you know that song by Hayley Williams, but I sounded exactly like her there, so. Right, that's close enough. So, just do another mug. So we did 1 mug of rice, 2 mugs of stock. That's a good general rule of thumb for stock to rice.
Yeah.
Double. How many times did I say that?
Twice.
Double stock, right? So at the minute, obviously, this is looking a bit fucking insipid, a bit watery. Don't you worry, mate. This is gravy. Now, good thing is that we've already got those textures. We've got the crispy outside of the sausage. That won't go away. Nothing can take that away from us now. So it's like doing your fucking goals, getting your back up in it. Finish your degree, son, and then follow your dreams. Have some. Nobody can take it away from me. Crispy your sausages at the start, right? So you do that. Once this comes up to the boil, then we're gonna simmer it and put the lid over. So come back in a minute and we'll make the gremolata. So once it looks like that, you want to turn it right down as low as it'll go, but still be on. So on our gas, that's what it looks like under. And you take it off, and then just give it a wee stir. Make sure nothing's sticking. You probably just need to check it intermittently then. Leave it on there for half an hour or more, and just check it. Like I say, intermittently, give it a stir, make sure it's not sticking. If it starts to stick, and the rice isn't the way you like it, add a wee touch more water, and it won't affect the flavour. And if it's too watery, cook it out. So now, if you've done everything right up to this point, you should be left with something approximating that. Yours might look a bit redder because if you've used white rice, it'll take on the colour of the paprika better. Now, I've already gone ahead and chopped up this gremolata. So it's fresh tomatoes. I used 2 of them. I used 3 scallions, excuse me, and a wee whack of fresh flat leaf parsley. All goes in together at the end, straight in. I've that turned right down. It's nearly off, in fact, and then you just go straight in. And that will give volume and such a fucking burst of fresh flavour to something that's sort of deep and smoky. So, and great colours. Mate, this is a time to be had, right? So, I mean, you can always, this is to your taste as well. So, see if you don't like fucking parsley, use something else, but use something that goes with these flavours. You probably put coriander in this that we'd be buying, but I would stay away from like those woodier ones like oregano or rosemary. Probably won't go great with the smoked paprika, but you know, you could, if you don't want to put scallions in, you could use chives, and if you don't want tomato, just leave it out. Like, but you can put in whatever you want, just something fresh at the end. So that's it, essentially done. Now that that's been in, you just want that to come up to temperature a wee bit, like the tomatoes and all. Just let them, you don't want them to be overly cooked, you still want them to sort of taste really fresh when you serve this. So that is it, like, we're gonna serve it now. We'll show you it in a bowl in 2 minutes. So we've reached the end of this epic journey. This is the result. A fucking bowl of dirt. Now, that might not look like a lot. That is packed with flavour and good things. We're also gonna have this with Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, because that's the way we roll. And Chloe is letting herself down here. She's letting us both down with a glass of cheap cooking wine with ice cubes in it. She won't take seasoning in her spicy rice, but she'll take ice in her fucking cheap wine. So thank you very much for joining us here at Smells Bitchin. We've enjoyed making this. And as ever, this has been Spicy Rice. I've been Kieran Bartlett. This has been Smells Bitchin.
Sorry, it has to be the other way. Continuity. There you go. Thank you.
Bye.